Right then, you lovely people, we are now going to be looking at a Thursday lesson. Now, Thursday lessons are going to be more explorations. They might be practical work. They're not going to be a lesson where you have to watch a very long video. So today we're going to be exploring squares and rectangles. And I want you to be thinking about the properties, particularly with perimeter and area. So the first thing I want you to do is just remind yourself what is perimeter and what is area. Hopefully you've remembered that perimeter is the distance around the outside of a shape. So the perimeter would be, for this shape, it would be 1, add 1, add 1, add 1. So the perimeter of this shape, if this was centimeter squares, would be 4 centimeters. The area of this shape is the space inside the shape. And here we have 1 square centimeter, so it would be 1 centimeters squared. Quick revision. I know that you know how to do that already. So the first challenge that you've got, the challenges are in green on the side there, is I want you to try and find, and you're going to pause the video in a second and write into your book. You're going to try and find a sequence of shapes or a set of shapes where they have the same area and perimeter. So for example, on these shapes here, this red shape has a perimeter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which of course you can do by doing 4 times 3. So the perimeter is 12 centimeters, not centimeters squared. The inside of the shape, the area, is 9 centimeters squared. So you can see these are not the same. They don't have the same area and perimeter. For the blue shape, we have a perimeter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2, 10 plus 4. So this has a perimeter of 14 centimeters. And the area, the amount inside the shape, is 10 centimeters because it is 2 times 5. And that's squared. We must remember to put our squared symbols on. So again, this is not the case. So we have not found two shapes or any shapes that have the same area and perimeter. So for the first challenge on the Google form, you're just going to investigate whether you can find a shape which has the same area and perimeter, and you're going to upload a photo of your work. Everyone needs to do this task. Even if you don't find it, I want to see the evidence of what you have done. So pause the video and have a go. Okay, so now we're on to challenge number 2. And for challenge number 2, which again is on that Google form, you need to find a shape where the area and the perimeter are the same, but that the shape has one length, which is twice as long as another. So for example, this length here is 2 units or 2 centimeters. So the other one must be double that, it must be 4. And on this one, this has a length of 3. So the other length must be double that, it must be 6. You're still trying to find a shape which has an area and perimeter which are the same, but the length, one length is twice as long as the other length. So I want you to pause the video, have a go, and upload that. Okay, if you're feeling brave, it's time for the extension. So for the extension, what I want you to do is to try to see if you can investigate the link between area and perimeter. Now, I want you to try and show this with a graph. You might not be able to. It could be a line graph, it could be a block, any sort of plot that you think shows it. Now, this is an optional task. You can choose one of the tasks in this extension to do. This is one of the ones that you can do, just trying to show the data in a graph. Another challenge that you can do, the second one, is that you are going to investigate the area of right angled triangles against the perimeter of those triangles. Now, there is one little rule here, which is that we're only doing the perimeter of the adjacent sides. Now, just to point this out, we're doing this side and this side added together. You're not adding the hypotenuse for the perimeter. Now, I know that doesn't mean we've actually found the perimeter, but the investigation is to add both of the adjacent sides and to try and find a shape that has the same area as the total of the 2 adjacent sides. And the final challenge is that you are going to try to find the largest possible area from a shape which has a perimeter of 12 centimeters. So here we have a shape which has a perimeter of 12 centimeters. Now, this is one of the many options. There are many other options. I want you to try and find the shape which has the largest possible area from a shape which has a perimeter of 12. So from that extension, pick one of the tasks, have a go, and do drop in the live sessions if you need any help.